bird's the word. How cool is that?
That's so neat.
Those Morgan folks, and you know what? You gotta kind of enjoy it that they have the feet. And when she was talking, you could hear her. Tweet, 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 tweet. It kind of gets you excited, right?
It's
not that far of a drive. I might show up in their yard.
Take a picture.
She
may come at any hour of the day.
Very
you
true.
never know.
You'll see me with my binoculars. It's just how I roll. You saw the snow coming down in Morgan. Wasatch back picked up some snow. We also saw it in some of our northern valleys. Wasatch front saw that precipitation rate really drive down the temperature, and that allowed for snow. This was Clearfield. Mr. Spring Fever Warner sent that our way, and not surprised. I think a lot of people are ready for the warm-up, but snow was out there today. Unsettled tonight in St. George. Brittany loved that shot with the palm trees. We saw showers and some thunderstorms moving through the southern portion of the state. Satellite radar shows that area of low pressure that's going to start pulling away from the Beehive State, and in the last few hours, we watched as drier conditions moved into Washington County, and a few lingering storms are on the eastern side of the state. We quiet down as we head into the overnight, but the moisture, well, it's done well. Quick mover of a storm, but almost half an inch in Layton, 4/10 in Farmington, 3/10 in Ogden, Salt Lake. Picking up 0.29, quarter of an inch in Alpine, so Utah County doing well. 2/10 in Logan, above that. Sandy in that same arena picked up a 10th in Milford and Oak City as those storms were rumbling through. We recorded some lightning with those thunderstorms that developed in the southern half of the state, and a 10th in Kanab, all the way down to southern Utah. Another good shot coming out of St. George. Thanks, Jerry, for sharing it with us. You look over St. George, you see the red rock, and you see those towering cumulus, and they put down a few showers. It was colder today. Below average, we were running about 10 degrees cooler than where we were yesterday, as Salt Lake topped out at 42. 40 in Logan, low 50s in Vernal. We only got to the 50s on the eastern side of the state. St. George managed to get to 61, but that was 5 degrees cooler than yesterday as wet weather moved into that corner of the Beehive State. 40s and 50s for the I-15 corridor. Dry conditions into tonight, and a frigid overnight is expected statewide, dropping into the 30s here in Salt Lake. We're already below freezing in some areas along the Wasatch Front with mostly clear skies. It's going to allow those temperatures to dip as we head into the early morning hours, and then we're off to the races. By 9 a.m., we're in the 30s, and we're going to spend much of our Friday in the 30s, and there's a reason why. Futurecast is going to show us those clear conditions as we get rid of that low, get it out of here, and we step back. Here we are by 6 a.m., quiet in southern, eastern, and northern Utah. A few clouds coming through. We have a northerly flow behind the front that came through, and that northerly component is cold. It's why we're going to stay cold for your Friday, running below average yet again. We will see a warming trend as we head into Saturday, and I'll show you why. We were in between two systems today. Those will clear, but it's that high pressure. High pressure starting to build tomorrow, but we'll start to notice that change because our northerly flow becomes a little more southerly as we roll into Saturday, and that will help catapult those temperatures back to average and then above it for the latter half of the weekend. Now, our ridge of high pressure, it's going to be short-lived because look at that. Another storm drops on in with the potential of unsettled conditions and wet weather, and that keeps the train going through the midweek where we get a trough swinging through, and that also could deliver. Forewarning you now, some wet weather, including valley rain. Wednesday looks the healthiest. Okay, as we look at those numbers for tomorrow, warning you that yes, it's going to feel a little chilly and dare I say wintry. We spend most of the day in the 30s and top out at 41 in Salt Lake, 40 in Provo, 30s in Cache Valley, 40s and 50s on the eastern side of the state. We'll be dry, partly cloudy. We'll see the sun. It will be nice, but it will feel unseasonably cool. 60 in St. George for tomorrow. And as we check out the next 7 days in Washington County, you see just the slightest chance after midnight that you saw a storm in St. George, but pretty quiet right now. The gap winds, different story there. We'll get enhanced canyon winds because of that northerly flow in St. George and the surrounding areas. We spring forward this weekend, chance of some wet weather midweek. We look at the Wasatch Front, and we're going to be chilly, but we warm up nicely for the weekend with quieter conditions, and next week brings the potential of isolated to scattered wet weather, which is very on brand for this time of year. We're going to go ahead and take that and feel like, yeah, we expect that in March.
Sure, why not?